2, 1, 0. So, yesterday we were working on page 14 and 15 and finding the main idea. We found the main idea. We came up with the ice in the tundra. The ice in the tundra melts because the greenhouse effect, Alex, is making the earth warm up. And we shared a few supporting details, but to make it go quicker, I wrote some down to show you what complete sentences look like, and the sentences I'm looking for when you go off to work on your own. So I wrote 3 because I know I'm going to have 3, Jorge, at the end of my activity. Scientists have noticed the ice in the tundra is melting quickly. That detail supports and tells me more about the main idea. The earth is warming up by global warming, which is when the earth slowly heats up over time. That one tells me more about my main idea. The more the planet warms up, the faster the ice in the Arctic tundra melts. That one also tells me more about the main idea. So I know if I were to show this to Mr. Prieto and showed him my supporting details, he would look at me in shock because I'm supporting my claim. All right, scholars. Please turn your worksheets to page 22 to 23. It should be the very next one. And open your textbooks to page 22 and 23. If you don't have it, you're just going to have to look up at the board. So is Natalie and Evan. All right, scholars. We're going to go over this very quickly using all of the tips that we learned yesterday. We're going to read it as a class, and when I say stop, you're going to stop, and we'll talk about one of the tips for finding the idea. So, all eyes, all voices, reading the title. Keeping warm. Stop. Circle that title because that's the hint for the main idea. All right, let's read our first sentence. Ready and read.
Animals of the tundra also have special ways to keep warm.
Stop. Underline that topic sentence because that's also a hint for our main idea. And remember, scholars, as we're reading aloud, you're going to circle key repeated or key repeated phrases that come up that will give us clues about the main idea. So let's pick up where we left off on one adaptation. Ready and read.
One adaptation is a thick hair of fur.
The bighorn sheep of the alpine tundra grows 2 layers of hair. An inner layer traps air near its body. The air provides insulation to keep the sheep warm. An outer layer protects the sheep from wind and snow. Scholars, stop. We had this problem yesterday. I'm not hearing 100% participation. I need to hear all voices. Pick it up on the musk ox. Ready and read.
The musk ox, an Arctic animal, also has 2-layer coat. It sheds the inner layer when the brief summer arrives.
So, circle warm because that was the second one. Maybe in my next page I'll see more. Okay? On page 23, ready and read.
Many Arctic tundra animals have another way to keep warm. Polar bear, seals, and walruses have a thick layer of blubber. This stored fat can be several inches thick. It is another form of insulation. Blubber is especially important for animals that spend most of
underline that last sentence because that's also cool. Alright. So. Alright, scholars. I'll know that everyone I went up just like Carla, just like Lisa, just like Natalie, and the one scholar. Scholars. So by looking at our title, the topic sentence, the key repeated words, and the end sentence, what do you think the main idea is for these 2 pages? What do you think the main idea of these 2 pages? So here's what you're going to do. Just like yesterday, you're going to turn to your buddy and share what you think the main idea is. When you share, write the main idea statement in your hand in your palm. Remember, we don't write the main idea is, or how blah blah blah, or blah. I want to see complete sentences. I'm going to give you 1 minute. Back to the front, buddy.
Well, the word I find it today is
Back together in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Alright, scholars. No one should be writing. Looking up at the board. We're going to share what we found. Jorge, what did your group come up with?
the layers of the hair of animals keeps them warm.
Ooh, the layers of hair on animals keeps them warm. Silent connection, if that's what you're talking about. Yeah, these 2 pages are talking about how animals keep warm using different layers. All right, I'm going to write that down. If you see me doing something wrong, silent like this. All right, pay close attention to what I'm writing. Good catch. Braulio, what's wrong with my sentence?
My kids a wonderful sentence is we learn the grammar. These are complete.
I like how he's using grammar to help us with these sentences. What is this sentence called? It's not even a sentence. What's it called, class? Fragment. Yeah, it's a fragment. It's not a complete sentence. And I want to write the sentence that Jorge said. So Jorge, can you tell me your sentence again?
How the animals' layers of hair keeps them warm.
Okay, so. Thinking how to put that in a complete sentence. So the layers of an animal keep them warm. read that sentence together. Whisper read. Ready and read.
Animals in the tundra have different layers of hair to keep warm.
Jorge, is that the main idea that your group found? Scholars, is that the main idea that you found? I didn't hear all scholars?
Yes!
All right, take some time to write this sentence down. Remember, we don't want to say how, blah, blah, blah. Once you have your main idea down, I want you to think of 3 supporting details we can put down to tell us more about our main idea. Turn to your side to side, buddy. When I say go, you're going to turn to your side to side, buddy. And find 3 supporting details that will tell us more, Jorge, about our main idea. Do we copy straight off the book?
No.
We need to put them in our own words and write complete
Sentences.
go. 3 supporting details that will tell us more about scholars back together in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I'm going to pull on a stick, and this person is going to share 1 supporting detail their group found. Alex. Bighorn sheep have 2 layers of fur. And what does that fur do? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put that on the pinky. The bighorn sheep has 2 layers of fur. Good supporting detail. I'm writing down this detail. I'm going to pull on another stick. This friend is going to share the second detail. Daisy. Daisy, all I should do is until everyone's tracking. Pencil should be done for now. to keep them warm. Polar bears have fur to keep them warm. In the tundra have different layers of hair to keep warm. Okay, so it's talking about how, that supporting detail is talking about how polar bears have fur to keep them warm, but is it talking about layers? Because my main idea is that animals have different layers of fur to keep, or hair to keep warm. How can we fix that so it includes layer? It'll tell me more about my main idea. Polar bears have extra fur to keep them warm. Thick fur to keep them warm. Yeah, and if I remember in our text, I think the fur might fall off. That way they can keep cool. So I'm going to put on my second one. Polar bears have extra fur. Now I need one more because, as we all know, we need to have at least 3. One more. If you have 4 or more, that's okay. You can have 3 and a little more. 1.
Polar bears adapt to the tundra because their fur is the same color as the snow.
So if I put that sentence down, it won't tell me more about my main idea because that's talking about how it sort of camouflages to the snow. And my main idea is talking about how animals have different layers of hair to keep warm. So what's another animal that we read about that has a way of keeping warm? Alicia.
The snowy owl has
So I don't see a snowy owl on here. One supporting detail that I want to add, and I'm sure all of you read about this word and might know a little bit more, is about insulation. So from what I understood in reading this text, all animals have insulation. And this insulation helps them keep warm. So I'm going to put on this finger the layers of hair. See, some scholars have more supporting details. Let's go back together. Eyes on me. And 5, 4, 3, pencils down and 2. 1, 0. It's alright if you didn't get a chance to write these down. Your group work should have been some time to write them. And if you didn't, I'll leave them up here. But here's what I need you to do. Turn to the next page. It should be a blank pan. Natalie, read the page number, please. Alright, class. Page 24. So, when I say go, Eduardo, I'll look for that. 24 and find 1 main idea and 3 supporting details. If you're done with that, you can find more. Remember, I want your main idea to be clear, complete sentences, the same with your supporting details. We can use our strategies by circling the topic sentence, underlining the title, underlining the end sentence, and circling key words or phrases to help us find meaning. And I say go, you may begin. Go. Judges 1 and 5 is after the sleep. So Sierra and if you finish early, you can write more supporting details, or you can continue to find the main idea and 3 supporting details for other pages of your book. So Jawan's underlining words that have come up with him. Away, and Jeffrey has circled with time. Marisol has underlined the topic sentence. your sentences start with the capital and end with a punctuation. Alright. When I say go, materials away. Sitting silently and quietly for PE. Nobody should